Well, hey there, welcome. Welcome to the Share Good Juju Positivity Podcast. My name is Julie, and I have been doing this podcast for probably over a year, but it's time for me to really do what I want to do and follow my dreams and um, really commit to being more consistent with doing this. So, just thought I would do kind of like a little this is me sort of episode where I kind of chat with you about what I'm about and what you can expect here. So just a little background on me. I'm a lifelong resident of Wisconsin. I've been married for 38 years and have 3 grown kids, 5 grandkids. And I've always been entrepreneurial. And right now I am very multi-passionate in that realm. I have my toes dipped in several things. I am a full time um, vintage clothing and um, I guess things reseller. I primarily source and sell in Fort Atkinson. I sell my vintage clothing. I also work there at Lava Vintage Clothing in Fort Atkinson, and then I also work and sell things at Five Star Antiques and Vintage in Port Atkinson. So I've been doing that for, I think we've opened the store like 3.5 years, and I absolutely love that. I love sourcing. I love shopping, and can ask anybody. I've always been that way, and up until the 3.5 years ago, I didn't really know you could make a living at it. So I've been doing that, and it's super fun. I've also been very wellness minded. I'm trained as a health coach, and I was doing coaching for several years, and then decided to kind of let that go a little bit and started doing the clothing and doing the reselling and thrifting. And I love that so much, so much. But so then I also do the podcast. So I'll be really kind of digging in a little bit more to those couple of things. Another thing that I do have is a co working space in Jefferson with 2 other partners. So we have 2 different locations for our co-working right in Jefferson, Wisconsin. So um, I might be sharing some of those kind of things. So just a little bit about me, kind of, I am someone who, shocker, I overthink sometimes. I get in my head a little bit too much sometimes. But one of the things about me is I love deep conversations, which is why I do interviews sometimes on the podcast. You'll see that I um, find like a business owner or someone in the business realm that like I can chat with. And you can listen to the past episodes and hear some of those, which are super informative and fun. Another thing about me that I've learned through therapy is I have a tendency to hide and try to disappear and stay small at times, which is what I've done the last probably 6 months with my podcast. So I hit some hiccups. I kind of got stuck in some comparison things, which I'm sure you guys can relate to. Um, I was kind of frustrated with myself, and I really had decided that maybe no one was listening or I wasn't really reaching the people I wanted to reach. And so I've decided this is what my podcast is really about. I've done some soul searching, I've done some you know, journaling, and I really want to talk about real life, the real life mindset. I want to have honest conversations about life and challenges, and I want to talk about growth without perfection, which is why I said, I've been like putting off doing this episode and recording this for probably 2 months because I was worried it wasn't going to be what it was going to be, it wasn't going to be right, or wasn't going to say the right things. And I was like, you know what, today I'm just going to record. And so I'll learn as I go. So that's kind of why I'm recording today, because I was like, F it, I'm going to do it. I really try to find the light in the normal in those everyday moments. I try to stay more positive if I can. Not always. I mean that's life, right? It's about real life, That's just what it is. We gotta be real with each other. So I've been in the business world for over 20 years. I've done many multi-level marketing things, been successful in those. I've earned trips. Um, I've made some great connections. I've learned a lot about myself and a lot about business, and I want to be able to share that with all of you. Um, I want to share those moments of doubt that I'm having, and maybe I can relate to some of you and where you're at, and maybe your own struggles and that comparison paralysis that we talk about. Um, I've had seasons where I've questioned everything, and I think I'm coming out of that season, which is great. Um, so those are kind of like some things that I've been kind of thinking about. I really just want to let you know why this matters to me so much. I want I want you all to feel less alone and more like you have someone on your side. I want to share my real life experiences with you, and I want to create something meaningful in a community. And so even if one person listens and feels a little lighter, I feel like it's worth it, right? Even though when I look at the downloads and look at how many people have seen it, I need to like not worry about that. So, but I want you to be able to take something from it and for all of us to grow and learn together. So, kind of what we're going to talk about um, in the months to come and is really, our mindset and real life growth. Um, I've learned some things along the way when it comes to wellness and thrifting and in my co-working and business, and I want to be able to share those with you guys, and maybe you can share things with me and we can learn together. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling overwhelmed, um, we're going to chat about it. So we're going to talk about confidence and your self-worth and those kinds of things in those everyday moments. So I'll share my thrifting hauls with you. Perhaps um, I'll share, what I find when I'm thrifting, maybe what I bought something, what I sold it for, that kind of stuff. So what to look for, how to look something up and what it's worth, and all kinds of those everyday things that I'm doing that I think I can share with you. Um, so we're gonna mix some real life, we're gonna mix some growth, and we're gonna, find meaning in those everyday things that we're doing. So I loved thrifting. I love wellness and I love chatting. I love talking. I love meeting new people and I'm better one on one. I've learned that about myself. So I'm going to hopefully connect with you on that level. So um, I want you to feel seen. I want you to feel understood. I want you to help you make some small mindset shifts that will um, make some positive steps toward your day being lighter. um, I want you to give that little boost that says it's okay, I can do this. So that's kind of what I'm about and what I stand for. So if this resonates with you, you're in the right place. So we're going to figure this out together. I'm going to share and hopefully we can connect and we can um, just learn from each other. So thanks for listening. I really do appreciate that you're here. And here we go. I don't know. Here we go. We're going to do this together. So thanks, everybody. And we'll see you soon. Bye.